You can't win, pirates! Look at this flag! This symbol represents the unity of over 170 nations.
Those government bastards may tell you that your existence is a crime. No matter how dangerous you may be, just being alive, just being who you are, is never wrong.
Pirates are evil. The Navy is just. But that's only true because history tells us so. Children who've never known peace have different values than children who've never known war.
Sniper Kid, shoot down that flag.
Will justice prevail? Why, there's no other way!
Do your worst! You can't break this flag! I told you, you can't break it!
The winner will define the meaning of justice.
Zionists are ruining the One Piece community. Hey guys, welcome back. This is something I've been wanting to talk about on this channel ever since I started it. I'm a big One Piece fan. I've been watching One Piece since 2015, and the community has been getting very, very big, especially since COVID. And that's good because One Piece is my favorite anime. It deals with a lot of issues of real life while also having like just a very good story, right? Now lately, it's been having a big problem with some fans. As you know, there's a genocide going on right now, very big genocide going on, and a lot of fans in the community don't think One Piece is political.
One Piece is not a political anime! Holy fucking Christ, how many times do I have to tell you that? You don't know Luffy's politics! Luffy doesn't have any politics! You don't know Nami's politics! You know why you don't know anybody in the crew's fucking politics? Because it's not about politics, it's morality!
Yeah, that's pretty stupid to think, right? But it's a very real thing. And also, with that being said, they also, the ones who do think it's political, some people think that Luffy would support Israel, the country that is genociding innocent people. Yeah, so that's what I want to talk about today, of how that happened and how, like, now especially a lot of people have spoken up about it and really want to like weed out those type of people, because there's no space for the community for people who think like that. Wrong is wrong, regardless of what you feel like, or regardless of whatever you feel like, it's wrong. But yeah, I basically want to yap about this because it's something that I've thought about too many times since it's been going on. Now, to start it off, obviously Israel, the state of Israel, is just, my God, they're monsters. We know this, right? But the rhetoric that Luffy or any Straw Hat would support them, it really is kind of crazy how they watched One Piece. You got to think about it from our standpoint. We've seen the world government slavery in One Piece. We've seen a lot of political elements in One Piece, even outside of like the most harsh things. But yeah, I basically want to yap about this. Now, I know a lot of people who already support Israel, and then they are just so happen to be a One Piece fan, will automatically want themselves to be right, but that still doesn't justify trying to act like that is what actually happened. They sat through and watched this whole story and really thought, man, Luffy would definitely be pro-Israel and not pro-Palestine. The people who are literally, like, Luffy literally saves a country damn near every other arc. We got Dressrosa, we got Wano, we got even back in the heyday of Alabasta, you know what I'm saying? Shoot, even Enies Lobby is kind of form of it too. We got all these times where Luffy has actively gone up against a government and saved the citizens there because of a genocide or some fucked up shit happening, you feel me? Alabasta, they literally were starving people, no water, nothing, moving them out of places they stayed and destroying it. He literally did that under the wing of trying to look like the hero there, right? We move on to even Enies Lobby of how that happened. They literally hunted a child after genociding her island. They genocided a whole island because of knowledge, right? And tried to kill her because she was the last remaining person, right? Every arc literally has some kind of political element to it, and it's so fucking crazy how they watch this show and they think yeah, Luffy would definitely support a genocide. It doesn't make sense, right? But I think the problem starts at a media literacy problem, as in when people watch things, they literally don't think about what they're watching. They're just blindly watching it, separating from reality. And in the case of One Piece, if you feel like it's not political, you're just watching a cartoon. You're just watching an anime, which that's a whole problem in itself. But for the context of this video we're talking about, in the context of an anime fan or somebody who's watching One Piece, or even other big three, not other big three, but other animes like My Hero and Naruto that are very political too in their own right, it feels like willfully ignorance of them not getting the message and them thinking that, oh, since it's in fantasy it doesn't happen. But that makes sense for some people. They don't have to go through none of this. They don't have to go through none of the bullshit a lot of people have to go through in life. You know what I'm saying? Like surviving a war as a kid, seeing your people, you know what I'm saying, blown up, killed. You never know what's going to happen to you. They can't even fathom that. They don't even think about it. So I see why when they're watching the show, they're like, oh, it's not political. Now, for the ones who know it's political and is on the wrong side of it, it's like I would like to help them, but it's also kind of like fuck them in a way too. Because after watching 1,000 episodes, you should get the message. You would think they would get the message on some level, but no. And that's kind of why I just want to yap about it, just to get out my system, because this shit is like, that's ass. Like, why would you stand on something like that, something so horrible like that? And especially in this community, that One Piece community was a pretty good community when talk about ideals, political stuff for a long time. But when it comes to what happened recently, you see a big support of people think like Luffy would support a whole genocide. It will be with Israel, side with the state of Israel. And
Benjamin Netanyahu is a war criminal, the architect of a horrific genocide against the Palestinian people. He is responsible for the killing of more than 73,000 people, for the maiming of tens of thousands of children, as those who survive undergo amputation without anesthesia.
Yeah. Now, this is a bigger issue than just in One Piece, as this is like something that's actually going on in the world. But because I see it so much in this community, I feel like it should be brought up more and talked about way more, because this is not okay for people to just think this way about the whole genocide, period. Like, that should not be the thought process with it. I also don't like that we are okay with people thinking this way in the community. And just for like a few examples of what I mean, let's look back at now. The whole point of Luffy is he wants to be the freest man in the world, and that means he's free, everybody's free, they're just doing whatever they want, right? Which can have its problems, but ultimately you understand who he is, because that's literally his dream. He wants everybody to be free. When it comes to the world government stance, they want order and control. They control the history. They control everything that's going on in the world. So naturally, we know what they are, what they represent in the show, or at least you would think people would know what context clues of what has happened, what the world government has done, especially how they operate to this day.
I want a world where my friends can smile! Tell me you wanna laugh! Nobody deserves to be laughed at when they die. I want to laugh! Take me with you!
Like, we even see from back in the early days of Alabasta, where Luffy was helping out the country, even though on his own volition, because he wanted to take down Crocodile, which in part helped, unironically helped save the country. You can even see back in the early day that he was doing it not just for that reason, but he also did it because the people of that country was very much oppressed badly, you know what I'm saying, by their government. Like, the people who had food and everything was all good and wealthy and everything like that, while the other people wasn't. For a more recent example, Wano. Wano has a big, very, very big, like political aspect about it, where you see the classism in it, especially. There's scenes where you can see the upper class people closer to like the capital have all these fresh food, fresh everything, like they're good, clothes are good, and then when they throw it away, they throw it onto the lower levels. And that's what they survive on. Right, like that's crazy. That's what they survive on, that rotten food, those bad clothes, just trying to get by, just to survive. And Luffy helped those people out because Kaido was fucking up everything, even more so of making factories everywhere and polluting the water. Couldn't drink the water, couldn't eat the fish in the water, just gonna be sick. It was just the ongoing process of just oppressing people just because of their class state. And it's crazy how a Zionist would look at that and not understand the parallels to what Israel is doing to Palestine is pretty much the same, but like 100 times worse. The first thing they kind of did, or we did, honestly, was we bombed a school of schoolgirls. Like they tried to swoop it on the rug, but it got big. And that's what happened. Genocide. We're killing them for no reason. We shouldn't even be in the war. You know what I'm saying? If anything, America is a part of the world government. Like, simple, America is the world government in a way, funny enough. You feel me? Like, the parallels are insane. And to be ignorant to that just because of your own beliefs that you don't want to step into because you know that you will be wrong. Not only that you know that you'll be wrong, you know that you have to face something in yourself that you know that you're fucked up for even thinking like that. A lot of people have issues coming to terms with what is right and what is wrong. A lot of people don't want to see the truth. Hence why a lot of these people will sit here and watch a show that's very political down to the point of there's a scene in One Piece where literally no fisherman wants to give Luffy blood because of what his humans have done to fishmen, right? One of his crewmates step up and give him blood. That's cool. But beforehand, there's this dude named Fisher Tiger. He couldn't even accept blood from humans because he was a slave for a long time. It runs that deep, but that's not political though. That's just cartoon shit, right? There's no parallel between fishermen being slaves, right? Right? Exactly. And there's also no parallel. The fishermen are from Fishman Island, Africa, you know, that they went down and got slaves. You know what I'm saying? When they came to the surface. Yeah. So, yeah. When it comes to Zionists watching One Piece and shit like that, unless they actively know better, I don't accept them in this community. I don't fuck with them. I never will hold space for that. And if you do, or you have a friend who are, you might want to check yourself too, because that ain't cool. This is some real shit. This is not just it starts and ends at a show. It's a morality thing. If you have bad moralities on the show, I do not want to see what your moralities are in real life and your expectations are in real life. Because, man, you are a fucked up person. That's the end of this video. That's all I really had to get off my chest. I hope I made sense in this video. I didn't really want to go too much into it, but I kind of just wanted to talk about it a good bit just to get it out there. I hope to see you in the next one. I think I might do X-Men. Yeah. Peace.